My child, before the first ray of sunlight touches your window, before your heart remembers the worries waiting for you, I am already there watching over you. You may not feel it yet, but my presence wraps around you like the soft warmth of dawn. I have walked through every night you thought you faced alone. Every sigh, every tear that slipped quietly into your pillow, I heard them all. Not one of your fears went unnoticed by me. You awaken with thoughts racing, lists forming, and questions whispering inside your mind. How will I make it through this day? What if I fail again? What if I'm not enough? But before those questions ever arise, my answer has already been spoken into eternity. You are not alone, and you are more than enough because I am with you. I see the weight you carry before you take your first breath of morning air. You wake up already tired, feeling the world pressing against your chest. But I whisper gently, rest here for a moment. Let my peace meet you before your feet touch the ground. Don't rush to solve, to plan, to perform. Just stay. Let your soul breathe. The world demands movement, but I call you to stillness, because in stillness you'll find me. Before you ever say a word, I have heard the cries hidden beneath your silence. You don't need to impress me with perfect prayers or flawless faith. I never asked for performance. I asked for presence, yours and mine together. Let this morning be different. Don't begin your day in fear of what you can't control. Begin it with the quiet knowing that I have already gone ahead of you. I walk the road you're about to take. I stand in the conversations you'll have today. I am present in the moments that will test your patience and in the ones that will fill your heart with joy. I am preparing hearts you haven't met yet, doors you haven't seen, and answers you haven't prayed for. My hand has already touched what worries you most. You see, my child, your tomorrow isn't a mystery to me. It's a masterpiece already painted in love. I wrote your story not with fear or failure, but with grace and purpose. Even when you don't understand what I'm doing, trust that every detail is woven with intention. The silence you feel is not my absence, it is my preparation. When I seem quiet, I am building. When you see nothing changing, I am rearranging everything for your good. You have carried too much for too long, thinking you must hold it all together. But before you even knew how to stand, I was holding you. Before you learned to pray, I was listening. And even now, as your mind spins through worries and your heart aches for peace, I am whispering, let it go. You were never meant to carry what I already finished. This morning I ask only one thing. Come back to me before the day begins. Sit with me even for a moment. Breathe in my peace and breathe out your fear. Release the pressure to be strong, to be perfect, to be ready for everything. I don't need your perfection. I desire your trust. I don't measure your worth by your results. I see your beauty in your surrender. You are not defined by what you lack, but by who you belong to. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where my grace meets your need. So as the sun rises, let this truth rise within you. I am already in this day. You don't have to chase blessings. They're already on their way. You don't have to prove your faith. Just rest in mine for you. Close your eyes for one more moment before you rise. Feel the quiet hum of my presence. Every heartbeat echoes a reminder. I am here. I was here before the fear, before the problem, before the pain, and I will still be here after it all passes. My child, lift your eyes and know this morning is not the beginning of your struggle. It is the continuation of my love story with you. Now step into the light. The world awaits, but do not fear it, for I go before you, I walk beside you, and I live within you. Every breath you take today is proof. You are loved, you are seen, and you are never alone. My precious one, I see the way you wake up some mornings already tired. You haven't even faced the day yet. Your shoulders feel heavy, your thoughts crowded, your heart pulled in 100 directions. You try to smile, to stay strong, to keep it together, but deep inside you whisper, I don't know how much longer I can carry this. Listen to me now. You don't have to carry it alone. You were never meant to. Every weight that presses against your chest, every responsibility that drains your strength, every fear that hides behind your brave face, I see it all. I know how hard you try to keep going when no one sees how close you are to breaking, but I want you to know something deeper than words. When life feels too heavy for you, it rests lightly in my hands. I've carried heavier things before, oceans, mountains, galaxies. Do you really think your heart's too much for me? I formed you with care, with every detail of your being designed to hold love, not burdens. I did not create you to live crushed under the pressure of the world. I created you to walk freely in my grace, to find rest in my arms when the weight becomes too much. You think your tears are weakness, but they are sacred to me. Every tear that falls from your eyes is a prayer I have already answered. When you cry in silence, I am sitting beside you, collecting those tears like jewels, turning them into rivers of healing. There's not a sigh that escapes your lips that I do not hear. You may think your pain goes unnoticed, but your suffering echoes in heaven, and I move with compassion every time your heart trembles. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed. Let me remind you, I am not far away. I'm not a distant God watching you struggle from above. I'm right here, beside you, closer than your breath. When you feel you're walking through fire, I'm the cool breeze that whispers peace through the flames. When the storm roars around you, I am the calm in the middle of it. When you collapse in exhaustion, thinking you can't go any further, I'm the strength that rises quietly within you. You see, my child, it's not your job to fix everything. You were not created to hold the entire world in your hands. That's what my hands are for. All I ask of you is this: let go. Place it down. Lay it before me. Your worries, your deadlines, your fears of failing, the pain you hide so well. Trust that I can hold it all and still hold you. I know how much you care. You care about your family, your work, your dreams, your future, and because you care so deeply, you often forget to rest. But rest is not laziness, it's faith. Rest means you trust me enough to stop striving. When you stop trying to control everything, you give me room to move. When your hands let go, mine begin to work. I am the God who multiplies peace where anxiety once lived. I am the one who turns chaos into calm, despair into strength, worry into worship. You think you have to understand how it will all work out, but you don't. That's my role. Your role is to believe that I will. When you say, God, I don't know what to do, I whisper back, that's okay, because I do. Every burden you've carried this week, I felt it too. Every sleepless night, every knot in your stomach, every deep breath you took just to stay standing. I saw it all. I was there. I still am. And even now, while you're reading this, I am lifting some of that weight off of you. You might not feel it instantly, but something inside you is loosening. That's my peace. That's my presence wrapping itself around your spirit, telling you it's safe to rest. You do not need to be the strongest person in every room. You just need to remember who stands behind you. You do not need to prove your worth through effort. You are already priceless because you are mine. You do not need to pretend that everything's fine. You can be honest with me, raw, real, even messy. I can handle it. I can handle you. Right now, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Imagine every heavy thought resting in my hand. Feel the pressure lifting from your chest. Feel peace settling where panic once lived. It's me, my beloved. That's what it means when I say, come to me. All who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. You don't have to have all the answers today. You don't need to know the path ahead. All you need to know is that you're being carried. My arms are beneath you, stronger than your fear, softer than your sorrow. You can fall apart safely here because I will never let you fall too far. So when the world feels too heavy, whisper this truth to your heart. God is carrying me. Say it again until it becomes your rhythm. Because every moment you trust me with what feels impossible, heaven moves in ways you cannot yet see. And when you rise tomorrow lighter than before, remember, it wasn't your strength that brought you through. It was my love, my grace, my arms holding you the whole way. My beloved child, there are days when you look ahead and see nothing but fog. The road that once felt clear now seems hidden, uncertain, full of questions with no answers. You whisper, God, I don't know where to go from here. You try to plan, to make sense of the next step, but all you see is silence. Listen carefully, my dear one. Just because you can't see the way doesn't mean I've left you without direction. When your eyes can't see, your faith can. You often think that clarity means control, but that's not how I lead my children. I lead through trust, not through maps. I don't hand you the whole plan because I want you to walk with me, not just work for me. If I showed you everything at once, you'd rush ahead and forget to hold my hand. So I guide you step by step, moment by moment, not because I want to confuse you, but because I want to keep you close. Every light you need for today has already been placed before you. It might not be bright enough to show the whole journey, but it's enough for the next step. I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust me with what you don't understand. I am the lamp for your feet, not the floodlight for your future. Let me teach you how to walk by faith, not by sight. I know you want to see the outcome. You want to know that everything will work out, that you won't be hurt again, that your heart will finally rest. But if you could see the full picture now, you wouldn't need faith. And faith, my beloved, is where miracles begin. Faith is not about knowing how the story ends, it's about trusting the author who writes it. And I am writing your story with care, with compassion, and with promises that will never fail. Sometimes I let the path grow dim so you'll learn to listen for my voice. You've been trying so hard to figure things out on your own that you've forgotten what my whisper sounds like. It's not loud. It doesn't demand. It comes softly, in still moments when you quiet your heart long enough to hear me say, "This is the way. Walk in it." You will not miss what I have planned for you if you keep your heart open to me. When the night feels too dark, remember, I am not only your guide, I am the light itself. I don't just show the path, I am the path. When you feel lost, it's not that I've disappeared, it's that you've wandered into the shadows of your worry. Come back to the light. Even a small prayer, even a whispered "Help me, Lord," is enough to bring the dawn. You've asked me many times, "God, why can't you just tell me what's coming next?" And I smile because if I told you, you might not believe how good it's going to be. You'd worry about how to reach it when all I ask is that you walk with me. Every detour you fear, every delay you don't understand is a redirection towards something better. You see confusion, I see coordination. You see waiting, I see weaving. I am aligning moments, people, and opportunities that will make sense only when you arrive. Remember this, darkness cannot cancel what I've spoken over your life. No delay, no disappointment, no closed door can erase my promises. What I have written for you cannot be undone by fear or failure. The same hand that parted the sea for Moses is still guiding your way. The same light that led the Israelites by night still shines for you, even when your eyes can't see it. When the world feels uncertain, let my word be your compass. Don't lean on your emotions, they change with the wind. Don't depend on what you see, it only shows part of the truth. Lean on me, the one who sees the end from the beginning. My vision is perfect, my timing is flawless. I never make mistakes in your story. If you feel like you're walking through a tunnel right now, don't be afraid. You're not buried, you're being guided through. The light at the end is not far away, it's just waiting for your next step of faith. Keep walking. Even slow steps count. Even trembling hands are still held by mine. You don't need to be fearless to follow me. You just need to be willing. And when you finally reach the place I've been leading you to, you'll look back and see how every uncertain step was sacred. You'll realize that every delay was protection, every no was direction, and every tear was watering the ground for a greater blessing. So today, walk in peace. You don't have to see everything clearly, you just have to know that I do. Let that truth be your comfort. I am lighting your path, even when your eyes can't see the glow. Trust me with what's hidden. I am already in your tomorrow, arranging light for every step you'll take. When you can't see the way forward, don't stop walking, just hold tighter to my hand. Because one day soon, the fog will lift, and you will see that what once confused you was leading you home. My child, I see those moments when you feel invisible, when the room is full, but your heart still whispers, "No one sees me. No one really understands." You try to smile, to act strong, to keep moving, but inside there's a quiet ache that words can't touch. You wake up, go through your day, and wonder if your presence even matters. Let me tell you something, with all the love in heaven, you are never alone. You have never taken a single breath outside of my presence. Even in the moments when the silence feels unbearable, I am there. I'm not watching from a distance or waiting for you to fix yourself before I draw near. I am right beside you, in your laughter and your tears and the long pauses between them. You may not always feel me, but your feelings are not the measure of my nearness. My love doesn't depend on your emotions. It depends on my promise. And my promise is eternal. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. I have walked through every season of your life with you, the bright ones and the broken ones. When you felt abandoned, I was holding you. When you sat in the dark, I was the quiet heartbeat beside yours. When you thought you were talking to yourself, you were really talking to me. You've never had a thought I didn't hear or a tear I didn't notice. You've never cried alone, even when it felt like no one cared. Every tear that fell was caught by my hands, and every whisper of pain was answered by my heart. Sometimes I allow the quiet so you can learn that my presence is deeper than noise. I know you long for signs, for proof that I am near, but I want to teach you to recognize me in the stillness. You look for me in miracles, but I am also in the ordinary. I am in the gentle breeze that brushes your face, in the soft light of morning that touches your skin, in the small moments of beauty that seem to appear from nowhere. Each one is a love note from me, reminding you I'm still here. You are never out of my sight. The same God who holds the stars in their place holds your soul even closer. When the nights are long and loneliness feels like a weight on your chest, close your eyes and breathe. For every breath you take, I am there. My spirit moves through your lungs, through your heartbeat, through the rhythm of life itself. You are surrounded, embraced, enveloped in my love. You could never drift so far that I would stop reaching for you. I know you sometimes look at others and think they have someone while you have no one. But my child, you have me, and I am not just someone. I am the one who knows you fully, who loves you without condition, who understands every corner of your soul. I am not temporary. I am not here today and gone tomorrow. I'm not a feeling that fades. It is an anchor that holds, even when the storms of life rise high. You may think, but God, I can't see you. That's because I live inside you. My spirit has made your heart its home. Every good thought, every spark of hope, every gentle strength that rises when you least expect it. That's me, whispering from within. You don't have to reach up to heaven to find me. Heaven came down to dwell in you. You are my temple, my beloved dwelling place. When you feel empty, it's not because I left, it's because I'm inviting you to notice me again. I know the ache of being misunderstood. The world may not see the depth of your kindness, your effort, your quiet sacrifices. People may overlook your worth or fail to appreciate the love you give, but I see it all. I see the late nights when you keep going for others even when your own heart is weary. I see the times you chose forgiveness over revenge, patience over anger, compassion over bitterness. None of it goes unnoticed. I keep record not of your failures, but of your faithfulness. When you feel alone, remember this. Loneliness is not a sign that I've left. It's an invitation to feel my closeness more deeply. Talk to me like you would a friend sitting across from you. Tell me what hurts, what scares you, what confuses you. You don't need fancy words. Just be honest. My ears are not far from your lips, and my heart is not far from your pain. If the nights grow quiet and the world seems to stop listening, know that I never stop. I listen to every sigh, every heartbeat, every thought you dare not say out loud. I don't just hear you, I understand you. There is no language too broken, no silence too deep for my love to reach. I'm not waiting for the perfect version of you to show up. I'm already here, in the middle of your mess, whispering peace into the chaos. So tonight or this morning, whenever you read these words, close your eyes and rest in me. Let your heart lean into the truth that you are completely surrounded by love, not human love that wavers, but divine love that never ends. You are seen, you are known, you are cherished, you belong. And the next time you feel alone, place your hand on your heart. Feel that steady beat. That's me. It's my reminder to you that I'm closer than your breath. Always have been, always will be. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed. My precious child, I know the sound of fear in your heart. I see how it sneaks in quietly, whispering doubts into your thoughts, painting dark pictures of what could go wrong. You try to stay calm, but your mind races. You replay every mistake, every what if, until peace feels like a dream you can't reach. You breathe faster, your chest tightens, and before you realize it, fear has built a home inside you. But my beloved, listen to me. Fear does not have the final word. My peace does. You see, fear always tries to make you believe that you're alone, that you have to face everything by yourself. It tells you that something terrible is coming, that you're not strong enough, not ready enough, not worthy enough. But I am here to tell you that none of those things are true. Fear is a liar, and I am the truth. I do not send fear, I send peace. I do not speak through panic, I speak through stillness. And when fear comes knocking, I stand at the door of your heart and whisper, peace, be still. Do you remember the storm that frightened my disciples? The waves were crashing, the wind was howling, and their boat felt like it would break apart. They thought I was sleeping, unaware. But the truth is, I was never out of control. I rose and said 3 simple words, peace, be still, and creation obeyed. The same voice that calmed the sea is still speaking into your storm today. You may not see the waves settle instantly, but peace begins the moment you let me inside the boat of your heart. Fear is not just an emotion, it steals your sleep, your confidence, your joy, your trust in tomorrow. But I came so that you would have life, full, deep, overflowing life, not one controlled by fear. My peace is not fragile like the world's peace. The world gives you peace when things are easy. I give you peace that holds even when everything shakes. My peace does not depend on circumstances. It lives inside you because my spirit lives inside you. Every time fear tells you, you can't handle this, remember my words. You don't have to. I can. Every time it whispers, what if it all falls apart? Answer back, even then, God will hold me together. My child, you don't need to fight fear by yourself. You just need to invite my peace in. Peace is not something you earn, it's something you receive. When you rest your mind in me, when you breathe and whisper my name, you open the door for peace to walk in and take fear's place. There will be days when fear tries to disguise itself as wisdom. It will tell you to overthink, to prepare for the worst, to worry because that's being careful. But true wisdom begins with trusting me. Planning has its place, but peace must have priority. You cannot think your way to peace. You can only trust your way there. That's why I keep reminding you, be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Stillness doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means you trust that I am working, even when you can't see it. Sometimes fear grows because you forget who I am. You look at the problem and it feels so big, so impossible, that you lose sight of my power. But my child, I am still the same God who split seas, who silenced lions, who turned tombs into testimonies. The same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives inside you, and fear cannot coexist with resurrection power. The moment you remember who walks beside you, fear begins to fade, because fear cannot stand in the presence of perfect love, and I am perfect love. There's no storm strong enough to shake the peace I've given you. You may feel fear rise, but it doesn't mean faith has failed. Faith isn't the absence of fear, it's the choice to trust me anyway. You can feel afraid and still move forward with courage, because courage is not the absence of trembling, it's moving while you tremble, knowing I go before you. Right now I want you to breathe slowly. Feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Every beat is my reminder that life still flows through you, that hope is not gone. Whisper my name softly, honestly. Let the sound of Jesus fill the space where fear has lived. Let my peace wash over you like gentle rain after a long drought. You don't need to fight to find peace. Peace is already fighting for you. When fear tries to control you, remember, it cannot control what belongs to me. You are mine, fully, forever. And I have already overcome everything that tries to break you. So lift your eyes, my child. You don't have to run from fear. You only need to stand in the light of my love. Fear fades in the presence of truth. And the truth is this: you are safe, you are loved, and you are held by the God who never fails. Rest now. Let your heart be quiet. The battle is not yours. It's mine, and I never lose. My beloved child, I see the days when you wake up feeling empty, when it takes everything inside you just to move, to smile, to keep going. You tell yourself, I'm tired, but it's more than that. It's a deep weariness, a kind that touches your soul. You try to stay strong for others to keep your world from falling apart, but inside you whisper, God, I don't have any strength left. I want you to know this, you don't have to. Because when your strength runs out, mine begins. When your hands shake, mine hold firm. When your knees feel too weak to stand, I become the ground beneath you. You were never meant to survive on your own power. You were designed to depend on me, not out of failure, but out of love. I am not disappointed by your weakness, I am drawn to it, for it is in your weakness that my strength shines the brightest. You think strength means never falling, never crying, never breaking. But true strength, my strength, is found in surrender. It's found in the moment you finally exhale and whisper, God, I can't do this alone. That's where I meet you. That's where I pour power into your heart that no amount of effort could ever create. I know the battles you fight, the visible ones and the secret ones. I see the smile you wear while your soul aches inside. I see the courage it takes to show up every day when no one knows how heavy your heart really feels. And I want you to hear me clearly. You are not weak for feeling weary. You are not faithless for needing help. You are human, and I am God. When you try to carry everything, you make yourself smaller under a load I never asked you to bear. I did not design your shoulders for every burden, but I made mine big enough for all of them. Come to me when you're tired. Come when you've given all you can give and there's nothing left. Don't hide your exhaustion. Bring it to me. Lay it down. I will give you rest that no sleep can give and peace that no medicine can buy. There's no shame in falling apart in my presence. That's where healing begins. When you fall, I don't step back. I reach down. When you cry, I don't grow tired. I draw closer. You have never failed me by being fragile. In fact, your fragility is what allows my grace to fill the cracks and make something beautiful out of what's been broken. Remember the words I spoke long ago. My grace is sufficient for you. For my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12-9. Those words are not just for history, they are for you, right now. Every weakness you try to hide is an opportunity for me to show you what divine strength feels like. My power does not depend on your performance. It flows through your surrender. You often look at others and think they're stronger than you. You see their smiles and successes and wonder, Why can't I be like that? But what you don't see are the nights they, too, cried for help. Everyone you admire has moments when they lean on me completely, and so can you. You don't need to compare your chapter of exhaustion to someone else's chapter of joy. Your story is sacred, and your struggle is not a sign of failure. It's the soil where I plant endurance, hope, and faith. When you feel like giving up, remember this. You've felt that way before, and yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still hoping. That's not luck. That's not coincidence. That's me. Every time you thought, I can't do this, and somehow you did, that was my strength holding you up. You didn't survive by accident. You survived because my spirit never stopped working inside you. There will be days when you feel like your prayers bounce off the ceiling, when you're too tired to believe, too numb to hope. On those days, don't try to pray the perfect prayer, just whisper my name. You don't need eloquence. You need honesty. You don't need to be strong in faith. You just need to be willing to rest in mine. When you can't lift your hands, let your heart be enough. When you can't speak, let your tears be your prayer. I understand their language perfectly. My child, you think your weakness disqualifies you from my blessing, but the opposite is true. It's what draws me closer. I am attracted to humble hearts, to trembling souls who still dare to believe. You don't have to climb your way back to strength. I am bringing strength to you. Even now, as you read these words, my spirit is breathing life into tired places, reviving hope that you thought was gone, restoring peace that was buried beneath worry. So when you feel weak, don't run from me. Lean into me. Let go of the idea that you must be enough. I am your enough. Let your weakness become the doorway through which my power enters. The same hands that shaped the mountains are holding you right now. And every time you whisper, Lord, I can't, I respond softly, I already am. Rest, my beloved. You don't have to be strong today. Just be still and let my strength carry you the rest of the way. My beloved child, I know the confusion that fills your heart when life doesn't make sense. You look around and wonder how everything that once felt so clear became uncertain. You had plans, dreams, and directions that seemed right, and yet, somehow, you find yourself standing still, not sure where to go next. You whisper in the quiet, God, did I take a wrong turn? Did I lose my way? Listen closely, my dear one. You are not lost. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I am doing in you. The road may look unfamiliar, the scenery may feel strange, but I am still guiding you. Just because you can't trace my hand doesn't mean you've wandered from my heart. I never lose track of those I love, and you are always within the reach of my purpose. Sometimes I allow the path to twist and turn because straight roads don't build strong faith. You learn trust not by knowing every step ahead, but by depending on me when you can't see what's next. Every delay, every detour, every closed door is not punishment. It's direction. You see confusion, but I see preparation. You think you're standing still, but I'm aligning everything around you. Do you remember the story of Joseph? He was betrayed, sold, forgotten, imprisoned, and yet every painful chapter was leading him toward destiny. Nothing was wasted. The same is true for you. The disappointments you carry are not dead ends. They are doorways. You think you've been wandering, but in truth you've been walking the hidden road to something greater. You see, my child, my purpose is not fragile. It cannot be broken by your mistakes, your fears, or your failures. I weave all things, even the ones that hurt, into something beautiful. You cannot outwalk my will or outrun my grace. Even when you step in the wrong direction, I redirect you gently. Like a shepherd with his sheep, I go after you, not with anger, but with compassion. My purpose for you is not canceled. It's simply unfolding at a pace you can handle. I know how heavy it feels to not know where you're going. The waiting stretches your faith and the silence feels endless. You watch others move ahead while you stand still and wonder why I've kept you in this place. But hear me, waiting is not wasting. In the waiting, I'm strengthening what needs to grow, healing what was wounded, removing what would have harmed you if I'd said yes too soon. You are not forgotten in the pause. You are being prepared for the promise. I've placed purpose inside of you since before the foundation of the world. It's not something you have to find, it's something that awakens when you walk with me. Your purpose isn't a job title, a location, or a single moment of success. It's the daily decision to love, to forgive, to shine light where others see darkness. Every act of kindness, every moment of obedience, every small step of faith, that's you walking in your calling. You often ask me, Lord, what should I do next? But sometimes I answer with silence, not because I have nothing to say, but because I want to teach you to trust my timing more than my instruction. I want you to rest in me, not rush ahead. If you knew every detail of your journey, you'd rely on knowledge, not on me. And my greatest desire is not that you reach the destination quickly, but that you reach it with me. When you feel lost, come back to this truth. I am the way. You don't need to find a map, you need to find my presence. Stay near to me, and I will lead you step by step. My spirit is your compass. My word is your light. Even when you can't see where you're going, you can trust who's guiding you. The same God who led Moses through the wilderness, who guided Ruth into redemption, who turned Paul's detour into destiny, that same God is walking beside you now. I know you long for answers, but I'm giving you something better. Assurance. You don't need to know how everything will work out to know that it will. Every event in your life, even the painful ones, is part of a bigger design. The friendships that faded, the dreams that died, the seasons that ended, they all had purpose. Some things had to end so better things could begin. Some doors had to close so the right ones could open. Don't let confusion convince you that you're lost. You are in the middle of my masterpiece. You see scattered pieces. I see the full picture. I'm using everything, the joy, the sorrow, the victories, the failures, to shape a story that will glorify me and heal others through you. Nothing you've lived has been wasted. Not a single moment. So today, instead of asking, where am I going? Ask, who am I walking with? Because as long as you walk with me, you'll never truly be lost. You may not see the next step, but your heart can rest, knowing that my purpose is still leading you, steady, sure, and unstoppable. Lift your eyes, my child. You're not wandering. You're becoming. You're not delayed. You're developing. The path you're on is not random. It's holy. Keep walking, even through the fog, because I am leading you home. My precious child, I know the way you sometimes look at yourself through the lens of guilt, shame, and all the mistakes you wish you could erase. You remember every wrong word, every bad choice, every time you failed to live up to who you wanted to be. You replay moments in your mind wishing you could go back and fix them. And deep inside, you whisper the lie that hurts me most. Maybe I'm not good enough for God to love. Listen carefully, my beloved. You are and you always have been. My love for you is not based on perfection. It's not earned through performance or canceled by failure. I did not love you because you were flawless. I loved you because you were mine. Before you took your first breath, before you ever prayed your first prayer, before you ever sinned or succeeded, I chose you. My love was written into your being long before the world began. You often think of love as something fragile, something that disappears when you make mistakes. But my love is not like that. My love does not flinch when you fall. It doesn't fade when you fail. It doesn't turn away when you're ashamed. My love runs toward you, not away from you, even when you're standing in the ruins of your own choices. I am not the God who condemns. I am the Father who restores. Do you remember the story of the prodigal son? He ran away, wasted everything, and came home covered in shame. He didn't even believe he was worthy to be called a son anymore. But the moment his father saw him in the distance, he ran. He didn't wait for explanations or apologies. He embraced him as if he had never left. That story wasn't just written for him, it was written for you. I am that Father. I am the one who runs toward you even when you've wandered far away. When you say, I'm too broken, I say, you're exactly who I came for. When you say, I've made too many mistakes, I answer, my mercy is new every morning. When you say, I'm unworthy, I remind you, my son made you worthy. The cross was never about how good you could be. It was about how much I love you, enough to give everything just to bring you back to me. I know the world has made you believe that worth is measured by success, appearance, or approval. But I see worth in your heart, not your performance. I see beauty in your sincerity, not your perfection. Every time you show kindness, every time you forgive when it hurts, every time you choose to love even when you're broken, I see my image shining through you. You may not feel deserving of love, but my love isn't a feeling. It's a decision I made long ago. I chose you on your best day and your worst day, and that choice does not change. Nothing you've done or ever will do can separate you from my love. Not your past, not your failures, not your doubts. My love does not have conditions or expiration dates. It endures through every season of your soul. I know you sometimes feel dirty, stained by regret, or defined by what others have said about you, but when I look at you, I don't see failure, I see redemption. I see a story that is still unfolding, one that will tell others of my grace. The cracks you try to hide are the very places where my light shines through. You don't have to hide from me. Come closer. Let me wash away your guilt, your fear, your self-hate. Let me show you how beautiful you are in my eyes. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival. Every tear that's fallen has watered seeds of grace inside you. You are not damaged goods. You are a masterpiece in progress. I am not finished with you, and I never will be until you are complete in me. Stop disqualifying yourself from blessings I already prepared for you. Stop believing that your worth depends on what you've done. It depends only on who I am, and I am love. When you fall, I do not look away. I reach out. When you hide, I seek you. When you run, I follow you with mercy. You cannot outrun my grace. It moves faster than your shame. And even when you stop believing in yourself, I still believe in you, because I know what I placed inside you. I see your strength, your potential, your heart that longs for goodness even when it struggles to live it. You are not a mistake, you are a miracle. You are not a disappointment. You are a work in progress shaped by my hands. You are not unworthy. You are deeply loved, infinitely, irrevocably, unconditionally loved. My son didn't die for people who are perfect. He died for people like you, so that you would never again believe the lie that you are too far gone. So the next time you feel unworthy, remember this truth. I never stop choosing you. Every morning when you open your eyes, I whisper your name again with love. Every night when you fall asleep, I cover you with mercy. You are always surrounded by grace. Nothing in your past disqualifies you from my presence. It simply prepares you to appreciate it more. My beloved, let go of the shame, let go of the guilt. Come back to me, not as someone trying to earn love, but as someone ready to receive it. My arms are open, my love is steady. And no matter how far you've fallen, my heart still calls you home. My beloved child, I know that the unknown can make your heart tremble. You like to plan, to know what's coming next, to feel safe in what you can predict and control. But then life shifts. The path changes. Doors close. People leave, and suddenly, the ground beneath you doesn't feel steady anymore. You whisper, God, what's happening? I can't see what's ahead. I don't know what to do. And I whisper back, you don't need to see it all, you just need to trust that I do. You are walking into places you've never been, but I've already gone ahead of you. I stand in your tomorrow, preparing the way before your feet ever touch it. The unknown may feel dark to you, but it's not dark to me. I see every step clearly, every turn perfectly. Where you see uncertainty, I see opportunity. Where you see endings, I see beginnings. Where you see loss, I see transformation. Nothing surprises me, and nothing can stop what I've promised. You don't have to understand my plan to walk in it. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the one who does. When I lead you into unfamiliar territory, it's not to confuse you, it's to grow you. You prayed for stronger faith, deeper peace, unshakable confidence, and this is where those gifts are born. Not in comfort, but in trust. You can't learn to walk on water while standing safely on the shore. I know you sometimes think, but what if I fail? What if I choose wrong? What if this isn't where you want me? My child, do you really think my plans for you depend on your perfection? Even if you take a wrong step, I know how to bring you back. Even when you lose your way, I will guide you home. My purpose for your life is not fragile. It cannot be broken by your confusion or ruined by your mistakes. My faithfulness covers every direction you take. Remember how I led Abraham when he didn't know where he was going, only that he was called? Remember how I guided the Israelites through a desert with nothing but a cloud by day and fire by night? I didn't give them a map, I gave them my presence. And that's exactly what I'm giving you now. My presence is your guide. My faithfulness is your compass. As long as you stay close to me, you'll never truly be lost. The unknown is not your enemy, it's the space where my miracles are born. When everything familiar fades, that's when you finally see how constant I am. When there's nothing left to cling to, you discover that I am enough. The unknown will not destroy you. It will define you. It will reveal how far my love will go to keep you safe, how deep my peace can reach, and how powerful my hand truly is. You see, faith is not built in certainty. It's built in surrender. The moment you stop trying to control everything and start resting in me, you'll begin to notice my fingerprints all around your life. The conversation that happens at the right time. The opportunity that appears out of nowhere. The strength that rises inside you when you thought you were done. Those are not coincidences. They are proof of my faithfulness. Every sunrise that meets your eyes is a promise fulfilled. Every breath in your lungs is evidence that I have not failed you. You've faced storms before, haven't you? And yet you're still here. The winds didn't destroy you. They shaped you. The unknown didn't break you. It brought you closer to me. You don't realize it yet, but you are stronger, wiser, and braver than you were before. My grace has carried you every step of the way, even when you didn't feel it. When the path feels uncertain, look for my peace. That's where I am. When doors close unexpectedly, don't panic. I'm simply redirecting you. When you don't hear my voice right away, don't assume I've gone silent. I'm just working behind the scenes. Sometimes I prepare answers quietly so that when they arrive, you'll know they were never coincidence, only providence. I have promised you this. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. That means in the middle of every unknown, you are fully known by me. When the future looks like a fog, I am the lighthouse guiding you home. When fear whispers you don't know what's coming, faith replies, but I know who's already there. My child, don't let uncertainty steal your peace. The same God who sustained you yesterday will not fail you tomorrow. The same hands that held you through heartbreak will hold you through transition. The same love that carried you through your darkest nights will carry you through this one too. My faithfulness has no limits, and my promises have no expiration date. So walk forward, even trembling, even unsure. Take one small step at a time and you will find me in every single one. You don't need to see the end to know that I am good. I am already in the outcome, preparing it with care. And when you finally look back, you'll see how every twist, every delay, every unanswered question was necessary to bring you to exactly where you were meant to be. Keep going, my beloved. You are not walking into the unknown, you are walking into my purpose. The future may be hidden from your eyes, but it is safe in my hands. And in those hands there is no failure, no fear, and no end to faithfulness. My precious child, I know those moments when you come to the end of your strength, when every part of you feels tired and your soul whispers, I can't do this anymore. You try to keep going, but your spirit feels heavy, your faith feels small, and your hope feels far away. You tell yourself to be strong, but even your own strength feels like it's fading. You've done all you can, tried all you know, prayed all you have, and still the mountain doesn't move. But my beloved, listen to me gently now. When you reach the end of yourself, that's where my grace begins. You see, you were never meant to carry the whole world in your hands. You were never meant to fix every problem or understand every reason. You were never called to be your own savior. That's my place. You were created to depend on me, to rest in me, to find your peace not in how strong you are, but in how faithful I am. When you finally reach the end of your own ability, you arrive at the doorway of my divine ability. That's not failure, that's surrender. And surrender is where miracles are born. I know you've fought hard. I've seen every tear, every prayer, every effort you've given. I've watched you stay kind even when you were hurting. Keep believing when it made no sense, and hold on when everything inside you wanted to let go. You think that because you feel weak, you're failing, but weakness is not defeat. Weakness is where I build strength that doesn't break. You've been asking me, why, Lord? Why does it still hurt? Why hasn't it changed? But sometimes I allow you to come to the end of yourself, not to punish you, but to prepare you. When your hands are empty, they're finally ready to receive. When your plans collapse, your heart finally makes space for mine. When you run out of options, that's when you realize, I was never asking you to do it alone. I was only waiting for you to invite me in completely. My grace doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It flows best in brokenness. It meets you in the middle of the mess, not after you've cleaned it up, but right there in the dirt of disappointment, in the chaos of confusion, in the ache of your unanswered prayers. My grace doesn't ask, what did you do wrong? It whispers, let me hold you while I make it right. I am the God who restores what's lost, who breathes life into dry bones, who turns ashes into beauty. You may look at your life right now and see fragments, things that didn't go the way you planned, dreams that died before they bloomed, relationships that ended without closure. But I see potential in every broken piece. My grace doesn't throw anything away. It gathers what's shattered, fits it together with love, and creates something more beautiful than before. You don't need to have it all together for me to move. In fact, I move best when you let go of control. When you stop striving and start trusting, my power flows freely. That's what Paul learned when he said, when I am weak, then I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12:10. My strength isn't added to yours, it replaces yours. I don't just help you push through. I carry you where you cannot go on your own. There will be times when your faith feels smaller than a seed, and that's okay. I can grow faith from dust. There will be days when you can't even pray in words, only sighs. And that's okay. My spirit prays for you with groans too deep for language. You don't need to perform for me. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to be still and let grace do what effort never could. When you reach the end of yourself, you'll find me waiting there, not with judgment, but with open arms. I am not disappointed in your exhaustion. I am proud of your perseverance. I am proud that you kept walking even when the road was rough, that you kept believing even when your heart was breaking. You don't see it yet, but every tear you've shed is watering the ground where a miracle will grow. You may think it's over, that you've reached your limit, that there's nothing left inside of you, but I see something you don't. The spark of faith that still flickers in your heart. My grace is about to breathe on that spark until it becomes a flame again. You are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. The story you think is ending is about to turn into testimony. So rest now, my child. You don't need to do more, try harder, or figure it all out. Just rest in me. Let me be your strength, your peace, your next breath. I am not asking you to climb, I am asking you to lean. I am not asking you to understand, I am asking you to trust. My grace doesn't start when you're strong. It starts right here, right now, where you feel like you've reached the end. And when you rise again, because you will, it won't be by your own might, but by my spirit. You will look back one day and realize that when you thought you were breaking, you were actually being rebuilt. When you thought it was over, it was just the beginning of something sacred. You'll see that my grace was never late. It was simply waiting for you to stop striving so it could begin. So breathe, my beloved, let go. The end of yourself is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of mine. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed.